My mind has become the dust of the feet of all, and to me everyone seems to be my sweet friend. My Lord is pervading among all. He gives boons to all the beings and keeps them in his mind. He is alone. He is but one, and from the one is the entire creation. Contemplating the Lord, all have become pious persons, and by meditating over the one name, many have been saved. The Lord of the universe is deep, profound, and infinite, and there is no limit to his this or that end. By thy grace, O Lord, Nanak sings thy praise, and by meditating and pondering on thee, he makes an obeisance unto thee. As a fifth Guru, thou, O Lord, art infinite, immortal, and unknowable, and all this is thy creation. What cleverness can we, the mortals, do when all lies within thy power? My true Guru, by thy wondrous power, save thy children. Grant me good sense ever to sing thine praises, O my inaccessible and boundless Lord. As a mortal is in the womb of his mother, but there he is preserved with the prop of the name, and he makes merry because with every breath he remembers God, and the belly fire does not touch him. Others' wealth, others' woman, others' slender, thou discard thy craving for these. By having the support of the perfect Guru, thou serve at the lotus feet of the God in thy mind. The houses, mansions, and palaces which thou beholdest, none of these shall go with thee. As long as thou livest in this dark age, servant Nanak says, thou contemplate on God's name. Asa ka third, fifth Guru, the creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by the true Guru's grace. Royal authority, estates, youth, home, fame, and the beauty of prime of the life, much wealth, elephants, steeds, jewels, costing millions, hereafter these shall be of no avail at the divine portal, and the proud must depart leaving them behind. Why attach thy heart to other than the sole one Lord? Standing, sitting, sleeping, walking, ever and ever meditate thou on God. One may have the most wondrous and beautiful arenas and win all the disputes in the battlefield. With his mouth he may brag, I can kill, I can bind, and release anyone. When the order of the Supreme Lord comes, he leaves all and departs in a day. The mortal performs rituals and righteous deeds in the various ways, but does not know God, the doer. He preaches to others, but himself doesn't practice. He does not realize the holy name, the essence of the divine reality. Naked he came, and naked he shall depart. He is like an elephant throwing dust on himself. Saints, intimates, and the friends listen all. False is this worldly display. Continually shouting their mindness, men are droned. The ignorant fools pine and die. Nanak says, those on meeting the Guru have meditated on the Lord's name, have been emancipated through the true name. Ragasa Kar Fifth Guru, the creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by the true Guru's grace. The entire world, blinded by worldly affairs, is asleep in doubt. Only some rare servants of God is awake. Man is intoxicated with the great mammon, which is dearer to him than his sweet life. Some rare one forsakes her. Beauteous are Lord's lotus feet and the teachings of God's saints. Rare is the pious person who gets attached to them. Nanak says, very fortunate ones, by God's grace, in the company of the holy, are awakened for the love of divine knowledge. The creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by true Guru's grace. Ragasa Kar sixth, fifth Guru. Whatever pleases thee, O Lord, that I accept, and that alone is the supreme bliss for my mind. Thou art the doer of deeds, omnipotent and infinite. Without thee, O Lord, there is no another. Thine slaves sing thy praises with relish and affection. For thy slaves, that alone is the noblest advice, resolve, and wisdom which thou doest or causest to be done. Nectar is thy name, O my beloved, and in holy company I have obtained its relish. The mortals who sing the praises of God, the treasure of peace, become perfect and remain sated and satiated. He who has thy support, O Lord, feels no anxiety. He on whom thou showerest thy benediction, he is wealthy, sublime, and fortunate. The doubts, worldly attachments, and frauds have all disappeared since I had a vision of thee. Nanak says, such persons who deal only in the true name are absorbed in the love of the God's name. As a fifth Guru, the slanderer washes the filth of many births of others and reaps the fruit of his own acts. He has no peace here and no room at God's portal. He is tormented in the city of death. The slanderer loses his life in vain. He cannot succeed in anything and hereafter obtains no resting place. Such is the fate of the wretched slanderer, but what can the poor creature do? He is ruined there where none can protect him. With whom should he lodge a complaint? For the calumniator, there is no salvation anywhere. Such is the will of the Lord. The more the saints are slandered, the more peace they enjoy. The saints have thine support, O Lord, and of the saints thou art the succorer. Nanak says the saints are saved by the God, but the calumniators are drowned. As a fifth Guru, from outside man washes his body, but from inside his mind remains filthy. Hence he loses his both places, this world and the next. Here he is engrossed in lust, wrath, and worldly love, and hereafter he shall weep, drawing deep sighs. Different is the way to the meditation of the world Lord. By destroying the snake whole, the snake does not die. The deaf man does not hear God's name. Ostensibly, he abandons the worldly affairs but does not know the true worth of devotion. He begins to find faults in Vedas and Shastras and does not know the real means of union with the God. He stands exposed like the counterfeit coin when viewed by Lord, the Assayer, the knower of hearts, knows everything. From him, how can we hide anything? Falsehood, crookedness, and fraud are without foundation and crumble down instantly. This truth Nanak firmly states. You also in your heart contemplate this and see. As a fifth Guru, by making an effort to dance for stilling self-conceit, the mind becomes pure. The five evil passions he keeps under his control, and in his mind he enshrines the one Lord. Thy slave dances and sings thine excellences. He plays upon the rebeck, tambourine, cymbals, and ankle bells. Thus he hears the divine music. At first he instructs his own mind, thereafter he draws others for teaching. He meditates and contemplates on the Lord's name in his mind, and with his mouth he preaches it to all. He meets the saints, washes their feet, the dust of the saints' feet he applies to his body. His mind and body he surrenders and places before Guru and gets the true wealth. Whoever listens and beholds the Guru with devotion, his pain of birth and death flees. Nanak says, such holy dance annuls fear of hell, and disciple resigns to Guru's will, ever remain wakeful. As a fifth Guru, a low caste woman becomes a high caste Brahmani, and a sweepress is rendered sublime. The flame of unsated desire for wealth of underworld and sky is extinguished and destroyed. The cat of the house is now differently instructed, and it is frightened at the sight of the mouse. The Guru has submitted the tiger into the power of the sheep, and the dog now eats grass. Without the pillars, the Thatched roof is supported, and the homeless has found a home. Without the scepter, the jewel has been set, and a wonderful precious stone is studded. Through clamor, the beggar does not succeed, but by silence he obtains justice. The dead sit on the costly carpets, and what is seen with the eyes shall quickly vanish. Ignorant is he who says he knows. The knower does not remain obscure. The Nanak says, the Guru has given me nectar to drink, and saturated with the love of the Lord, I now blossom with joy.